Hi, it's Neil Waterhouse. Back one morning, I think it was 2008, my phone had a stack of missed calls from the office. Now, the night before, I took the kids to see a movie and I put my phone on silent and forgot to turn it back off silent, after I got home after the movie. It was around mid-morning the next day that I picked up my phone and saw all the missed calls from the office, as well as SMSs saying, "Call the office urgent," as all listings have gone down on one of our main eBay accounts. Now, I still remember clearly where I was standing when I read these messages. You know, those moments of time, when something major happens, like, I still remember exactly where I was standing when I heard about the death of Princess Diana. Now, of course, this is not anything remotely as tragic as Princess Diana dying. As no one had suddenly lost her mother and nobody had died or been injured. But for me, it was a big blow as, this one eBay account had over 5,500 listings on eBay. Now, to cut a long story short as to what had happened, all of a sudden all of our listings on eBay and our website suddenly looked like a dog's breakfast, with bits here and bits there, and all of our logos and graphics had completely disappeared. And what had happened was, years before, we had an eBay listing template designed by a graphic artist, and this graphic artist had hosted all the graphic bits like logos, banner, images, etc. on her server. Then one day this graphic artist decided, for whatever reason, to change servers, and these graphics no longer worked on our eBay listings and also on our websites. Now, this episode, it cost me tens of thousands of dollars of lost profits, but it also taught me a valuable lesson. And that lesson was to always have 100% control of all your files. From that day on, we host all of our files, images and photos on our own web server, and it's not expensive to do so. To purchase a domain name like XYZ can cost you less than $10 per year, and hosting normally costs you less than $10 per month. Now, of course, you wouldn't buy xyz.com because it's only got 3 characters, it'd be worth a small fortune, but you can buy .com, .aus, .orgs or whatever for less than $10. Now, one of the great things with having your own web server and hosting your images and photos is you have total control, and you can make sure you have a methodology in place so the files are automatically backed up once a week or once a month. So if the worst case happens and the web server crashes or it's hacked or anything else, you can always go back to your first or to your last backup. Now, here's another big lesson which I again learned the hard way. This lesson is the difference between a backup and a snapshot. And it works exactly the same with your desktop computer as it does for a website. With your own computer, you can either back up your files one by one, or you can use software to take a snapshot of the whole hard drive. The difference is, if your hard drive dies, with a snapshot you can restore your whole hard drive to exactly where it was when you took the last snapshot. A backup is a whole different story and cause tons of dramas for somebody who's new to backups. For instance, let's say you're a Windows user. You might back up all your files, but when it comes to restoring, you'll not have any programs like Word, Excel, etc. on your new hard drive. There's no easy way that I'm aware of backing up your programs. You need to reinstall every program from scratch. This is why doing a complete snapshot is often a much better strategy. Exactly the same when you have your own website. If you just back up files, you'll have no programs or databases. A snapshot again is the best way, so you can immediately restore your website back to exactly how it was when you took the last snapshot. That's all for this week. Please scroll on down below and leave me a comment. Until next week, list more, sell more. This is Neil Waterhouse.